What's happening, friends? Thank you guys for being with us. We know you don't have to be. You chose us. We're grateful. Let's go over and do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Kurt Cobain is the lead singer of
Nirvana.
That's correct. And his hair is going to a new home. 6 strands of his hair sold for over $1,400 at an auction. That's all? $1,400?
That's not bad.
That'd be like $14,000.
6 strands of hair, though? That's a lot.
But it's like his DNA.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Not that you want to reproduce or replicate that, because the guy struggled. And I don't think had he not died, he wouldn't be as famous as he is. You know, death does that to folks. James Dean, Kurt Cobain. But yeah, it was 14th. Yeah, this article's wrong. I thought it was $14,000. It's $14,000.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was gonna say I would have bought that for $1,400.
You would have?
I would have thought about it.
Wow.
$1,400? Me too. I tried to buy Mike's Pokemon cards for $700.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Mike said no. Last night we were at my house doing my Twitch show, and I was like, Mike, you can get crap for these Pokemon cards. Let me buy half. I'll give you this, and we'll take them in. And he was like, no, man. And Caitlin's like telling Mike, hey, don't do it, Mike. Negotiate it up. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Negotiate it up. It's our money. Kurt Cobain's hair, $14,000. It comes from the Bleach tour in 1989. His friend Tessa cut his hair and then gave that hair to somebody in Seattle. And then it goes to the guy who has the world's largest collection of hair.
Whoa.
Wow. So
Okay.
it's legit.
That's a weird guy.
Yeah, I guess that's where it belongs.
I mean, how do you start that collection? But that's a weird deal. $14,000 for a few strands of hair. The best and worst affordable travel destinations in the United States. I'll tell you why I like this story, because finally, towns that I like are getting respect. It's not all Hollywood, New York, and Miami, you know? Who needs them? That's what I say. Who needs Hollywood, New York, and Miami?
Okay, so what's on the list?
I'm
Where do we need to go?
glad you asked. So here we go. These are the 10 most affordable and most fun, like in the same spot. Orlando's at number 1. So get Scuba Steve's hometown. Honolulu is second. However, that's expensive. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
To
I've been
get
for
there.
American Idol for like 3 years. First of all, to get there, it's forever.
Yeah, it's long.
Next up, New Orleans, Austin, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Hey!
That's what I'm talking about. Finally, it's a list of we're on that's not like the dumbest people. All us people in these towns, we're very proud to be on this list. So yeah, 2 Oklahoma cities made the top 10. The worst cities, and it goes through a bunch of places, and I don't even want to recognize them.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
We don't
Yeah,
want to
no
hurt
time for
anybody's
that.
feelings.
Who needs them?
Yeah.
And finally, Garth Brooks to narrate and executive produce National Parks, a docuseries for Nat Geo. So, this is a mountain.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just his voice talking about the...
I think he's doing all of the VO for the entire series, which is
cool.
pretty cool. The country music star will also executive produce the series, which is set to air in 2022. It's being shot using cutting-edge technology, including long-lens cinematography, remote camera traps, and a bunch of stuff I don't understand. That's pretty cool. This is a cloud. I'm sure it's way better than that. But that's cool to get Garth Brooks to do that. Okay, that's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
All right, let's play Parmalee Blanco Brown, Just the Way, Bobby Bone Show. You guys can leave us a voicemail anytime, day or night. 877-77-Bobby. That's the number. Here is Scott, the truck driver from Ohio.
Morning, studio. Scott done listening to Tuesday's podcast. Bobby said that he can't see green. So I would like to know what color is the grass, the trees, and bushes that he sees every day.
Good question. What I mean is I can't see the differences in greens. So I guess I can see whatever my eyes tell me is green. But we play this game, the color game, where we put
Hues and hues.
hues and cues.
Hues and cues. That's it.
And all the greens are the same, basically, to me. So what I mean is if there's a dark green truck, it could also look black to me. But if there's a green, slightly less green, it looks the same as the other. It's just the same. Dark colors are all very similar. Sometimes can't tell dark blue from dark green from black, but that's just being colorblind to that area. They used to, and when I was a kid, I'd go and they'd open these books up, and there'd be a number inside of a circle with all the little dots. What number do you see? Stop kidding, doctor. There's no number there. Oh, yeah, there is. Shut up. There is. That was it. I'd go to the doctor until I realized that I was just legitimately colorblind because I was already blind in one eye and getting beat up because I was wearing a patch. Vision is not my friend. But that's the deal, Scott. I just struggle with dark colors, and green is one of them. Here is Jeremy from Kansas.
Good morning, studio. Bobby, hey, wanted to see if you'd comment a bit about your handshake, if you guys did that on the plane or had that stored up for a while. And then when Bear gave you the compass, where did you guys put that in the house?
If you watched Running Wild with Bear Grylls with Caitlin and I, we do have a handshake that we do all the time when we compete. We didn't practice that on the plane. We've been doing that since we started actually competing with each other. The first half of that is rooted into my second grade handshake I had with a few friends that we never showed anybody. And I've used slight variations through the years, but Caitlin and I, the second half of that handshake is what we have created. And so, no, we've had it the whole time. We do our handshake, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, because y'all are fast at it.
So if I'm ever taken over by a cyborg and there's two of me, and she's like, all right, which one's really Bobby? And one of them's like, no, whichever one can do the handshake is the one she should go with. And then she should shoot the other one.
Yeah.
You ever see those movies?
Yes, good plan.
Totally.
That's why we do that.
Always
but now
be
the
ready.
cyborg can watch it on the news or watch it on Bear
Figure
Grylls
it
and
out.
learn it. No! Here is Tabitha.
Oh, wait, he asked where
Wait.
your compass is.
Oh, it's not right now. It's literally in the kitchen because we were showing it off at the party. We were like, hey, look, we couldn't show this yet. And so we were showing it to a bunch of friends. Eddie, you saw it, huh?
No, I guess you pulled
You
that
left
when
early?
I left. Yeah.
Classic. Eddie leaves early with 4 kids. Right now, it's just in the kitchen. I saw it when I left today. Tabitha, go ahead.
Me and my kids listen to your show every morning on the way to school, and we watched your episode with Bear Grylls just now, and what we want to know is exactly what that snail tasted like, if you could describe it for us. Also, we've got your Breaking Bobby Bones show set to record and can't wait to watch it. You rock, Bobby!
Hey, thanks. Got a family cheer there.
You rock.
It tastes like if an eraser was extremely wet and mushy and just been sitting with some slime and you eat it. That's what
Then why do people like escargot?
I think they make it with butter and oil. I'm sure.
Okay, yeah.
Because what we ate were just snails from the ground
That's true. You had no seasoning. Or,
Nothing.
that we just put in a cup.
Mhm.
So it was awful.
Blech.
And then finally, here is Abby in Ohio.
Hey, Bobby, and good morning, studio. Just wanted to give some good news that after a year and a half of having 2 little boys in our home for our foster care, like Eddie, tomorrow is our adoption day. So wish us luck.
That's amazing.
Yay. That's great.
Can't wait for that day for you, man.
I know, man. I cannot wait. We're
Abby,
waiting.
congratulations. That is fantastic. And you just, you've helped kids have a life, like actual get a shot at life. So kudos to you. Okay, that's it. Hey, I'll say this. They don't have like the full ratings yet for Bear Grylls, but they told us we're in the running again to be the #1 show the whole season.
Oh, that's amazing.
But you can go over and watch the show at nationalgeographic.com or on demand, and that actually helps.
Oh.
So that's our last chance to do it. We can try to win that, be the champions. Because if you win, you actually get nothing except you don't feel like a loser. That's it.
Oh, bragging rights.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to come back in a second. Let's do this. There is a famous actress, 42 years old, just said she's pregnant. Did you
Okay.
see that?
I did not.
Do you know who it is? It's someone that I had a massive crush on as a kid.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh.
first or second. And I'll ask you that. Who was your big crush as a kid?
Okay.
We'll do that coming up next. Jennifer Love Hewitt, 42 years old, is pregnant and expecting her third child. Hey, good for her, man.
You had a crush on her?
Oh,
Massive.
of course. Most guys.
I mean, it was Jennifer Love Hewitt and Alyssa Milano as a kid, and it just depended what series was on. Was it Who's the Boss? Was it? And they were both going back and forth in my mind, in my heart, in my dreams. But she's having her third kid at 42 years old, which is pretty cool. Do younger people know who she is? Morgan, do you know who Jennifer Love Hewitt is?
Yeah, but only because of a recent show. Not like super familiar with her, like old work.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, the movie back in the day.
Good one.
No, Can't Hardly Wait.
Mm-mm.
Okay, to me she was. Ooh, but Alyssa Milano's. Amy, who was yours?
Oh, Zach Morris. So Mark Paul Goslin?
Gosler.
Gosler? Mark Paul Gosler. For sure. I mean, every Saturday morning, Saved by the Bell.
When he came and did the show when we were in Austin, did you meet him?
I don't think I did. Maybe I did. That
He
was
had
a long time ago.
dark hair. They had a show.
Yes.
Like,
Blonde?
Yeah, he was like a
attorney.
detective.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
An attorney detective.
No, the blonde was just died for Saved by the Bell.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
know that.
he's nice. Still a good looking guy, even older.
You're right. We did get to meet him.
Eddie?
Mine was easy. Kathy Ireland.
Oh yeah, SI
I-
swimsuit model.
Older swimsuit model. Did a couple acting jobs. Like, what was the Necessary
Yes,
Roughness?
she was a kicker.
She was the kicker on that. Loved her.
Morgan, did you have like a dude when you were?
Well, it was the boy band time, so NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
So
So
which one?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, for sure. Me too.
Okay, relax, you two. Of all of them, was NSYNC
Yeah.
though your favorite over Backstreet?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I had all the posters and like the frosted tips was very in. I very vividly remember the posters I had of Justin Timberlake.
I was always a fan of the second place person in the boy bands because I felt bad for them.
And who would that be?
JC Chazé and NSYNC. I was like, I'm a JC guy. He just doesn't get the credit he deserves. Over in the Backstreet Boys, Brian Luttrell, because Nick was getting all the love. And so I was always that second place. I'd just find the second place person, and then that was my person because I knew what it was like.
Yeah.
Always somebody overshadowing me.
They needed you. So you were there for them.
Who needed me? The second place person?
It's somebody.
Lunchbox, who was yours?
Oh, Cindy Crawford. Goodness. Woo, boy. Let me tell you, she had that little like mole right there on above her. Oh, yeah, that was great.
What? We saw her, remember?
We met her. Well, we didn't really.
I didn't talk to her. Did you?
Hi. That was it.
Hi,
And I was like,
Cindy.
I didn't even say her name. I just kind of yelled hi at her. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. We were playing Stagecoach, and she was backstage.
She's still beautiful, guys. Like, just beautiful. I mean, obviously, she's what, 50 years old now, but beautiful.
Probably old.
Older?
Eddie, do you know how old
She
you are?
older
Yes,
than that?
because both you and Lunchbox, both Eddie and Lunchbox, we picked people that were kind of in our age group as kids that maybe they both went older models.
Wow.
Cindy Crawford is
55.
55.
Say 50s. Come on.
You said 50.
You said
Okay,
50.
minus 5 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus 5, but
Yeah. No, I'm looking at. Sorry, I was looking at. Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
You
distracted.
get lost, dude. I'm telling you, you start looking at her. it's
Did you
like,
see the mole
I
bones?
Jake Owen, Made for You, Bobby Bone Show. Thank you guys for hanging out. Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. Would love to talk to you. On yesterday's show, Mike D, who is our head writer, said, hey, I got a bunch of Pokemon cards. I'm going to take them and get them valued. He said, I think they're worth something. Then he told me how many he had, and I was like, I'll make you an offer. Without seeing them blind, I'm going to buy half of whatever, $700. He's like, nope. I'm like, what? How do you turn that down? He said, nope. And then he hands me this story. This 32-year-old woman named Jane used to play Pokemon as a kid, had forgotten about them. Then her boyfriend said, hey, those may be worth some money. So she looked them up on eBay. She had one card, the Charizard, worth what?
Charizard.
Okay.
Come on, Bone. Say it right.
It was worth $17,000 by itself. She sent it off to the professional grading company and is waiting to have it confirmed. But right now, she's going to make a lot of money. There's another one that said they sold their collection for $21,000.
Wow.
Mike, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you're going to make some money off these things?
I do. I don't think I have one card worth that much, but I think the amount I have, it could add up to a good number, is what I'm banking on.
800.
Don't do it, Mike.
No.
For half?
I won't do it.
Okay. I don't even want to give that money away to him. But for a bet, I keep raising the number. What would be the number for half?
There's not a number.
There's not a number?
No. This collection is personal to
Mike,
me.
that's where you say $1
But
million.
you're going to sell it? You're going to sell the collection if it's personal?
Yeah. If it's worth what I think it is. And if it's not, I'll just keep it.
What do you need it to be worth?
I would say over $2,000 I would sell it.
So there is a number.
There is
Yeah,
a
but I would
number.
want that money.
Okay. And have we found anyone to grade these cards, Scuba Steve?
Yeah, they were closed Monday and Tuesday, so I'm calling them today after the show.
Who closes Monday and Tuesday?
Card people.
Garzard.
Actually makes sense. Yeah, weekends is when it's really big there.
Okay. Good luck, Mike.
Thank you.
Do we hope Mike makes a lot of money or doesn't now that I've offered him money?
I want him to make the
Doesn't.
I still hope you make money, Mike. All right. Call us. We'd love to talk to you. Back in 1 second. We'd always heard the Flamin' Hot Cheetos was created by a custodian, right?
I know. It's such a good story.
That was the rags to riches story. That a guy
Yes.
was like, oh, I like Cheetos. I'm going to pour some Flamin' on them.
The American dream.
Eddie's telling me that's not true now.
There have been some people that have done investigating. They've talked to people that were CEOs at the time, and all of them say, I don't know where that came from. I don't even know. The time frame doesn't match where this custodian worked there and when the Cheetos were invented. So they're saying this is not true, guys. As far as when I was working there, I didn't see anything of this happen.
Here's the origin story. Richard Montañez, the child of immigrants, worked as a janitor at a snack company. He developed a new snack recipe on his own time, hustled to get the recipe in front of company leaders, sold the recipe, and snagged the sweet office. And there he is. Boom. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It's the story behind Flamin' Hot, the new biopic directed by Eva Longoria, and also likely untrue. What if she's just finding out about this?
Yeah.
And does this guy tell this story? Is he lying on purpose? Does he think he created the Cheeto?
Maybe he does think he did.
Maybe he's lying. What do you think?
So what I read about it is he was only a janitor for a short amount of time. He was on the project board, like he had a real position. So he wasn't even a janitor, but he may have had some getting it out to stores, like distribution part of it. But he didn't invent the Cheetos. It was a whole group of people, and he's standing up saying, hey, I'm the one that did it. And all these people are like, no, we did that before he was even part of the team. Like, it was on shelves before he even said he invented it.
Frito-Lay's has warned the producers that the urban legend is not quite true.
Oh, I feel like I've just been
This
living
guy
a
should have just
lie.
lived his story and not tried to amplify it.
But he wanted to make money.
That's where you get in trouble, though, when you try to amplify a
Try to do a whole documentary about
Like,
yourself.
So do they still make the movie?
Oh, it's already been made.
Oh, my
Eva
gosh.
Longoria, this is her she's just finding out too, I think, that it's fake, but she has made no comment according to what I've seen.
Woo! Maya in Missouri is on the phone. Hello, Maya. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, I am more than excited to be able to actually say hi. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Bobby, I wanted to say thank you for I love watching you on American Idol, and you mentor all those people. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for getting some of them out of their comfort zones and riding in the go-karts and stuff like that with them. And then also I wanted to know, are you and Caitlin going to record your guys' wedding for your fans to see, or is that going to be more of like a private thing?
I'm sure there will be cameras there. We're not putting it up as like a live stream or anything. Listen, honestly, I would.
She would not.
But that ain't her thing.
Right.
You know, and a lot of the details she's
I
kind of.
dare you to ask her.
No. A lot of the details she's also not wanting to share yet because she's like, hey, this is kind of our thing. Like much of our life is lived publicly. Let's have something for just us. And I'm like, hey, I respect that, right? I've had to adjust. She's had to adjust more than me. And so I would imagine there will be pictures and video galore. I don't know, but I'm sure, right?
Well, after the fact.
Yeah,
But
not
nothing
live.
like live streams.
Not live. We're not having phones in the, people aren't going to have phones in the ceremony.
What's your plan for that?
Reception, people will get phones when they walk through. They have
like a phone
They have
check?
to put it up, yeah.
That's just so we don't leak pictures and stuff?
Because at some point a picture comes out and then everybody can have their phones back.
Yeah.
It's not about people taking pictures during it, really, because we wouldn't care. But People is going to do a deal, and they're like,
"Oh, People Magazine, got it."
Oh yeah, People Magazine. Yeah,
Not just people.
Not just people.
and so if anyone posts anything, the deal's dead.
Ah, got it.
So no phones during the ceremony, but during the reception, phone it up. You know. Speaking of the wedding, and thank you for that question, Maya. I hope that answer is suitable to your liking.
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
You too. Thank you.
And we'll get to what this reminds me of. But last night, Gary LaVox, the lead singer of Rascal Flatts, was over at the house. We were doing my streaming show called On Time with Bobby Bones. He has a solo Christian album coming out on Friday called One on One. And so let's play the clips about the wedding. So Caitlin, in a funny way, asked Gary if he would, because Gary's a friend of ours, if he would sing a song at the reception, which we'd asked him anyway. But here is her asking him in a weird way.
Let's say we happen to teach the band one of your songs at our wedding, and they happen to play it at the reception, but the singer happened to be in the bathroom.
Right.
Who would step up?
Shit.
Oh, no! That's not... It was not the answer.
He said Shay Mooney.
Oh.
I couldn't hear him because he'd already walked off. We'd already said goodbye, and he walked off, and Lainey Wilson was about to come in. And so he's like at the corner of the room, and he's like, yeah, Shay Mooney would sing the song. And then he was like, well, what do you want us to sing? And they both started singing Fast Cars and Freedom together. I don't know if that's what, but here's a clip of that.
Wait, baby, don't move. Right there it is. T-shirt hanging on the floor.
It was that show is so much fun. People just come over to the house, and we'll do another one next month. We did a segment where we tried to do Gary LaVox sings a phone book, but we couldn't find a phone book.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
We went to the post office, and they were like, why do you want a phone book? She's like, you're literally holding a cell phone where you can Google whatever you need.
Oh, is that why Mike D was
he was desperately
hitting us
looking
all
for it.
up for a phone book?
So we did a segment called Can Gary LaVox Sing the Phone Book, but there was no phone book. So I have a book called Stock Investing for Dummies. And I was like, well, this is boring. Just sing this. Here.
Once you choose a promising sector, just select large cap companies that are financially strong. Nice. Are earning a profit. This entire book shows you how to do just that, yeah. However, you may not like the idea of buying stocks directly. No,
Spin that in the countdown.
Don't buy stock directly.
Oh, I actually learned something too.
And here's like, and we may have him on the show, so I may save some of this stuff. He may come on. We'll call him up and let him promote his Christian album, but he's putting out a full country album in the fall. And I asked him, like, hey, are you touring? He's like, yeah. And I was like, do you get to play Rascal Flatts songs? He's like, yeah, duh. He goes, it's just me. He goes, I got people to learn their parts. Apparently, according to him, Joe Don came and said, hey, I'm tired. I need to take a break.
Yeah.
And then Jay, the other guy, was like, and I have a record label. We'll just take a break. And Gary's like, I don't want to take a break. I want to keep singing. And so he's like, I'll just keep playing, and you guys take you a break. So that's the sitch.
He's not tired from moving people all the time?
I asked him that. I said, what do you get recognized more for? Your songs or your face on a moving truck in town? They thought that was funny.
Yeah.
There you go. But it was fun. I hope you guys check out next week's episode, or next month's episode of my Twitch show. Let's go over to Brittany in South Carolina, who is on the phone. Brittany, hello. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
So I have a question for you, Bobby.
Got an email. You should check that real quick. All right, go ahead. What's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You go ahead.
Okay, so
We're struggling.
Oh, no.
She picked the right time to go right into a bridge, didn't she? The tunnel was coming. All right, Brittany, last chance before we have to jump. 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
Oh!
We can hear you.
Brittany.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So, anyways, I was calling to ask you about this Mike D Pokemon thing.
Go ahead.
So I was expecting him to want $5 grand, $10 grand. What? You offered him $800 for a half, and he declined it. And then he says he wants $2,000. That's his number. So I wanted to know if you'd be willing to offer him $1,000, and if he would take it.
Mike, would you? If I offered that?
No.
Okay. There you go. Brittany, I don't
Getting
know.
$1,000
He has
for-
some weird attachment to
Okay,
this.
Yeah, I don't.
Because if he's gonna sell his whole collection and make $2,000,
Then you'd think he'd sell half to you for $1,000.
because he's at least Brittany, I don't know. I don't know about the guy. Heck, I don't even know him. I just met him yesterday.
If I pay him $2,000 for the entire collection right now, would he sell it?
Mike?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh Wait, my God, that makes no
you just
sense.
said.
But it could be worth way more.
But you said if they told you it's worth $2,000, you would be happy and you would take it.
Yes. But if it's worth
But he
more, I
wants
would
to
sell
But
it
hear
for
you're
more.
playing the odds that it's going to be worth at least that.
Yes.
Okay. Brittany, I'm sorry.
No worries.
All
Just
right.
tell him he's going to regret it if they say it's worth $500.
He says he'll just keep it then.
Well, then why are you so willing to pay $2,000? Do you know something we don't know?
This just out of curiosity to see. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, well, I'd want this or I'd take this. And then, they get in the situation and it's just, I think I'd do the same thing. I'd want to know how much it's worth. But I was just curious if he'd actually pull the trigger on it.
He won't. We're going to try to get him appraised next week. Thank you, Brittany. Have a great day.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. Thank you.
Bye-bye. I offered Eddie a ton of money for a soul. He wouldn't sell it. And
Yeah.
even though there's nothing to sell. right? It's just him signing a piece of paper.
That got really weird,
Yeah,
though. I
it's
mean,
just weird.
You know, I don't think God would be happy with me.
It's supposed to be weird. God doesn't care. It's a bit.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I checked with him yesterday.
You asked
He
him?
said it was all good. All right, you guys. 877-77-BOBBY. That's our phone number. Back.
I guess breaking up was easy in the night.